Hello. Now, be sincere, tell me. Have you ever been in a position where you thought you were trying to be very accepting or helpful or overly friendly or even very accommodating, but somehow, deep down, you suddenly began to realize you honestly feel uncomfortable or it was not your cup of tea? However, because you wanted to appear cool or nice, or because you wanted to act like you belong, or because you did not want the others to look down on you, you go along with everyone else. I am sure the accompanying emotions thereafter were not fun. If this is you, at any point in your life, come closer, let's have a chat. Hey everyone, it's so nice to have you here. You indeed are welcome to the Health Pitch YouTube channel. In this channel, we share insights and tips on anything that has an impact on our health, our ability to thrive, and our overall well-being. Today's video is on an interesting subject. I am certain you would like to know more. Let's dive into the subject of mental boundaries. You might wonder about what mental boundaries really means. What is being referred to when the phrase mental boundaries is used? Ask and ponder no further. In a nutshell, mental boundaries are those emotional or mental margins we set in place for ourselves. This is particularly in relation to other people and the diverse circumstances that accompany everything human relations. Having specific mental perimeters set are essential to interpersonal interactions. There are several factors to consider prior to deciding what should comprise your mental boundaries. Most of the time, mental boundaries are based on personal values, beliefs, and strengths or weaknesses. Setting these boundaries helps us know our limits and keeps us from crossing them. We have to respect our own boundaries ourselves and respect those of others, only then can we expect others to respect ours. Having a very good understanding of what our own individual boundaries are protects us the individual and also serves as a guide to others on how to treat us or behave around us. What do mental boundaries look like to someone? Take for instance, at work, someone, a colleague, a peer, walks up to you and tries to coerce you into taking up an assignment that was originally assigned to them. Because you respect your mental boundaries, you comfortably respond in the negative and politely decline while continuing on your task. Someone without mental boundaries set would think they need to say yes and accept the extra additional unassigned responsibility. But then, because they have their own assigned deadlines on their own tasks, they are now burdened with the pressure to please the colleague at their own inconvenience and to the detriment of completing their own assigned tasks. This pressure and additional stress or emotional distress at attempting to fulfill both tasks results in negative effects. There is some sadness and disappointment at not being able to successfully complete both tasks, while the colleague who gave you theirs may have gone home for the day. There are so many benefits or pros or advantages to setting boundaries. We will be sharing about 4 of those. The first advantage to setting mental boundaries is that it helps you develop emotional resilience. You become mentally strong in stressful situations. You are able to perform in a well-collected manner in the face of challenges. Because you are conscious of your mental boundaries, you are unfazed by trying moments, which ordinarily could throw you into confusion. Respecting your own boundaries keeps you well-balanced and sensible in your reactions and responses. You are then able to be focused and well-grounded on your objectives. Being emotionally resilient empowers you with confidence and an admirable self-esteem. This confidence gives you control over your thoughts and behaviors and actions. You are better able to manage your feelings and emotions. Setting boundaries makes you self-aware. This provides the basis of a successful relationship as it becomes easy to build trust and respect for one another. The second advantage or benefit to setting boundaries is minimized emotional stress. Having mental boundaries sets you free from pressures and anxiety-provoking situations. This serves as a foundation for self-discipline, ultimately leading to enhanced productivity. The stress of dealing with unnecessary disagreements and conflicts is easily eradicated. The need to conform to others so as not to feel rejected or avoid confrontation is completely eliminated. These stressful situations become very easy to manage and repurpose. The third advantage of setting mental boundaries is that you discover you now have better time management abilities, as well as the enhanced capacity to prioritize. Because you now have set limits to protect your ability to be fully productive, setting boundaries now also make you better able to master good use of your time, ultimately leading to wholesome fulfillment in one's daily life pursuits and ventures. Prioritizing our tasks and activities daily becomes inherently simple. We find that we are now able to stay committed to what matters most to us. Because we respect our own boundaries and those of others, we are able to be healthily assertive. This enhances our self-worth and boosts our confidence, which becomes very evident as we navigate through the daily vicissitudes of life. The fourth advantage to setting mental boundaries is the satisfaction of having an improved mental health. When mental boundaries are set, it provides an incredible and profound ability to distance oneself from unhealthy situations. Distancing oneself from situations of toxic discomfort and destructive stress enables one to develop overall well-being and helps maintain a more balanced life. It is also important to add here that pressures of life and daily living become easier to navigate through comfortably. There then develops a heightened ability to cope positively in difficult situations with greatly reduced anxiety, if any. Quick note: share your comments and experiences in the comment section below. Your comments may be what someone needs to see to figure out how to secure themselves mentally. Be polite in your comments as you respond to each other. Thank you. Now let us look at the dangers of not setting mental boundaries. What could be unsafe about not setting them, you may ask? Here are at least 4 disadvantages of not taking the time to discover what your limits are, setting your boundaries and respecting them to protect you. The first disadvantage to mention is an absence of self-awareness and self-identity, which are an extremely unsafe mental state to live in. Such an individual becomes prone to dissatisfaction and unfulfilled life potential. This type of individual becomes lost and can end up in a destructive form of isolation in the long term. The second disadvantage of not setting mental boundaries is a lack of decision-making ability with an absence of personal autonomy. These are somewhat related to the previously discussed disadvantage. Due to a lack of autonomy, there is an overdependence on people, which subjects such an individual to various forms of manipulation and abuse, leading to increased risks for negative consequences in all settings, in professional settings and in relationships. Negative consequences including depressive episodes. This could spiral down to overwhelming negative feelings that cause damaging behavioral patterns. The third disadvantage of not setting boundaries: because you do not understand what boundaries can look like, you fail to respect the boundaries of others. This makes this individual appear difficult to relate constructively with. Such persons become perpetual harbingers of conflicts and disagreements. The unfortunate outcome in these situations are the unpalatable tensions occurring in relationships. This is extremely sad as there is a loss of mutual understanding. The fourth disadvantage or danger of not setting mental boundaries is mental clutter. This also encompasses emotional clutter, which invariably manifests as problems with retaining knowledge or information, accompanied by signs of inability to focus or concentrate. Of course, there are more disadvantages and dangers of not setting mental boundaries. Feel free to add more to the list in the comment section below. Share your opinions and respond to others respectfully in return in the comments below. Having the courage and self-love to set mental boundaries equips one with self-esteem, self-confidence, inner peace and a healthy mind. It enables you have a satisfactory relationship with others and makes communication a lot easier. The goldmine hidden benefit of setting boundaries is that you become an inestimable asset. You become so value-packed that you make an excellent partner. Essentially, building strong relationships that make for a well-rounded society as a whole. Something to keep in mind. It is of paramount and of enormous importance to watch out for the possibility of being overly unyielding, which appears as a paranoia of boundaries. The aim of setting boundaries is to be safely and healthily malleable enough to learn new things necessary for continuous personal development. Beware of unconsciously oversetting your boundaries, that they actually become your own limitations to living a fully wholesome life. Remind yourself of the benefits of setting boundaries. The beauty of self-awareness is exhilarating. If you haven't yet, you are hereby encouraged to welcome the capability of setting mental boundaries and then watch your life be beautifully transformed. Embrace the positive changes that will manifest in your life as a result and enjoy an overall improved and wholesome well-being.